Hi everyone, I'm Dragon with you. So today I want to talk about the Cradle of the Stars in Asgard at level 130. Today I cleared all the minions and would like to share my experience of building teams with you. I would also like to highlight that during this I had zero buffs, so I didn't buy any buffs before clearing the minions. So everything was kind of fair. Let's start from the boss Merida, goddess of Oblivion. So let's check the stats. This boss is known for her abilities of making my minions sleep. Let's check how the fight went. That's my casual team, so I didn't invent anything. My idea was to finish her as fast as possible, but you will see that even my red characters are not fast enough. So one nightmare is already here. Obviously, that nightmare can't live long when Yasmin jumps on that, but still it appeared. And after that, at the second turn activation, looks like I had two nightmares. So let's check the fight carefully and see what happened here. So here we go, you see the two nightmares appeared. At second activation there are two of them. And then just my Yasmin finished everything. So why I like Chinmao here? Because Chinmao was able to deal splash damage. With Fenris she does more penetration, as a result not a big deal to clear the entire front line. And the second damage dealer obviously here was Yasmin. So I'll show you the patronage power so that you can get it for the next fights. Then I get just node 4, nothing special, so here we have several types of opponents. First of all we have Celestial Sorceress. I guess her role is to deal magical damage to your backline. So the character which is at the backline has problems, right? But on my backline I have Martha and she is able to heal herself. That's why it's not a big deal. About Assassin, Assassin is a damage dealer, so just a frontline damage dealer. Knight of the Milky Way is a tank. So we have a tank, a damage dealer, a backline damage dealer, and Stellar Soul Healer is like a priest from campaign, I guess, so he heals his allies. So I'll just show you the fight real quick so that you remember these characters for the future fights. We have two damage dealers here, a tank, priest, and the backline damage dealer. You saw that healing on Marta, right? Next we have Naos the Doomherald. So against Naos I used kind of same team, but this time I really wanted Isaac to happen instead of Yasmin, just to show you that Isaac also can be a nice damage dealer here. So remember that Naos is able to spam. So if he spams, you get damage, that's his spam points. But actually against me that didn't work nicely, so you see these three spheres which he created. And these spheres kind of hold me back for some time. So destroy the spheres, the wormhole opens in. One, so the wormhole opens, the spheres go there, and we get some damage. Yeah, we got some damage, but Axel split that damage into the entire team, and I don't feel bad at all. Obviously, my team is too strong for this boss, I agree, but still the idea of fighting this boss is not to let him get too many spheres into the wormhole and get too much damage. If you play Axel like me, then Martha will heal your entire team, and that shouldn't be a big problem, I guess, at level 130 at least. Then we have Rah-Ozu, Abyss Mediation. So what do we have about him? Or her, I'm not sure. So actually, looks alike. Also, we have some spheres which prevent us from doing something. They roll around, deal some damage, but you see that this damage is physical, right? So that's physical damage, not magical. And Asteros is just perfect with this damage. Then we have a wormhole, which does pretty nothing. And extend damage taken by enemy leads to a fast end. So when all the fears are destroyed, then the opponent just has serious problems. Just like that. So before fighting the boss, please read carefully the abilities. I just showed you how they look at the battlefield, and my composition was pretty same. I just forgot to reset patronage. Then we have some casual fights. I will not show them. I'll just check the composition of my teams. So here we also have Starfall Herald. His role is to deal damage to your entire team. So he provides some black drops into the team, and as a result you receive magical damage, everybody. Celestial Sorceress already told you, magic damage to the backline. Then we have just physical damage and just healer, and looser, so nothing special here. Then we have another Observatory Keeper fight with Lilith. So Lilith is now a mage, she deals some damage. Okay, so let me show you the fight where we had 3 battles, because with 2 battles I was pretty safe and that wasn't a big deal, okay? So just some compositions. You see that I didn't even care about patronage much. But when we talk about card packs, then the situation is different. So I would like to show you these 3 fights and these 3 fights. What was my idea? You need to collect 3 teams which are effective. So let's check this first fight. The first fight was against Phobos. So Phobos will paralyze one of your main damage dealers, he will burn your energy, and here obviously I knew that it's Celeste. So Celeste will be debuffed, but at her even basic sim, she deals a huge amount of damage with her basic hits. And also, we see these heralds here. So we have a lot of magical damage at this stack. Rufus with Axel will perfectly live with this damage because he has kind of self-healing from the magic attacks of opponent, while he'll shield his own. Next we have Orion, Dorian and Faceless. I call this ODF, and actually Faceless clones Orion's abilities. As a result you get huge amount of damage with double magic penetration, and this combo kind of works nicely for me. Also Celeste is able to buff all this team, so when she rolls she improves the magic attack of the entire team. The second fight was against Lilith, again Herald, Lucer, Celestial Sorceress, and the problem was what should I place here? So I don't have the third super tank. You see that Corvus is kind of weak. And then goes Jew as just a boss killer, so I didn't buff Jew too much. Still, he is a kind of nice warrior. Maya was played against bosses, so she can do something, but her power is not impressive. Then I added Isaac and Cornelius. So Isaac and Cornelius will counter Lilith, counter Starfall Herald, and probably we will be able to remove the opponent this way. So we have several mages, I counter the mages, just like that. And Axel to make them survive all together. I would like to highlight that here Corvus has Oliver to make him live longer and have a better totem. And the third fight was against Kark. So against Kark I usually use dodge heroes. Also you see that I played Sebastian, not to allow my characters to get stunned by Kark, by Faceless. And here we have the strongest team, so I didn't think this team needs some protection, that's why I just played Albus here. Okay, so let me show you these 3 fights real quick, just for information how they went. So these 2 mages do some strange black drops into my team. You see this magical damage all around. No Axel here, but everybody gets damaged. And then goes Rufus with his shield, and when these drops fall, he just heals. So my idea was really simple. Rufus is a shield, then Celeste will take attention of Phobos, which exactly happened. And yes, the damage dealers are Faceless, Orion, and Dorian just gets me some lifesteal. So check the damage here. You see that even without buffs they are okay. With double Celeste buffs they are just crazy. The second battle was kind of about Corvus. So also we have the totem, which deals a huge amount of damage to characters who deal periodic damage. So check this out. We have Isaac against mages. He helps to survive. He also helps to silence the opponent. I'll make this faster. So all characters who try to deal some damage, a large amount of hits, are dead. Then goes Cornelius with his last shot. One shot works. Yeah. So just like that. This was the last to fall, but anyway. And the third fight was just easy, that's why I'll just make it faster. So my idea was not to allow Kark kill Sebastian, and if Sebastian can survive, you are perfect. So no stuns are allowed, and your team just hits all the time. Okay, so the last thing I wanted to show you in this video is the 3 nodes here. So here we had quite another situation. One more time, the first team was with Cornelius, so I didn't play mages, I played physical damage here. Kind of same idea. The second one was about mages, so we have Lilith, Faceless, and Phobos, and Starfall Herald, so ton of magical damage. That's why I played Rufus and the mages against this one. So actually you see that the power is not super impressive, except Celeste probably, but that was exactly what I wanted to have. Oliver also didn't help much. His role here was to heal the most damaged character, just to let my team survive. And the third fight was about Corvus. So check this out. Corvus with Oliver dealt more damage than Isaac with double power, and then Jew, which is kind of a damage dealer, right? So let me show you these 3 fights and explain how exactly my plan worked. The first part was kind of easy, so you just go with a physical team and kill everybody around. That's all. Martha absorbs damage for the backline, and she can heal herself. That's kind of easy. The second fight here was about surviving mages. Once again, you see that we have Phobos at the right hand side, and that's why I didn't plan to use double rerolls. I could do everything without them. Once again, we have Rufus with his magic shield, which leads to super healing of Rufus. And check this out. So Phobos attacks Celeste, she gets her energy burned, and she gets disabled for some time, but we still have the Orion Faceless combo, which works pretty nice here, right? So, sorry for background noise. That's how my team just erased the opponent without serious trouble. Also the last fight. The last fight is about Corvus. Just check this out. So we have 3 characters who deal damage to the entire team. And for each such cast, they get seriously punished with the totem. So see this damage. Yes, I have Isaac to absorb it and to silence the opponent. I have Cornelius to protect my team from that damage. But check the damage of Corvus here. So he just continuously burns all the enemy mages. And all 3 of them are getting dead. So Corvus is a hard counter to periodic damage, all the team damage, and that's just the reason why I played Corvus here, and he was the main damage dealer. Okay, so let me show you my buffs. The first buff is healing, which exceeds the max, goes into damage. Then we have vampirism, then we have bonus against nightmares for each nightmare, so the more nightmares the better bonus. Also, for some reason I get this thing, so nightmares generated by mages have 50% less health. I'm just thinking if it works on boss, but I take it all the time just in case. Then we have extra energy from the Slumber of Nightmares, extra energy from Parade, and extra energy from removing the defensive spheres. And finally, max of 4 nightmares. So at the worst case, you have 4 nightmares, your 5th character is healer, you are in trouble. But usually, they can't collect even 4. Okay, so hope this video will help you to get more effective. That was 130th level. Good luck to you, strong health, see you in the next videos.